Hi, everybody, and welcome to our webinar today, People HR Embracing the Power of AI and Analytics. Firstly, let me introduce the team here at Access. We've got Heather Bull, our Head of Proposition Marketing, and we've also got Fraser Graham, our Senior Product Manager, and myself, Matt Crook. I am General Manager in the People Division. So a little bit, just to start off, a little bit housekeeping wise, if you can feel free to ask any questions throughout using the Ask the Speaker tab. And then if you could join us at the end for our live Q&A session, hopefully we'll get a load of questions that we can answer for you. If we run out of time though, we will get to your questions and we'll contact you afterwards with those questions. So introducing the call today. So today is all about understanding Access as a business, but also Access's approach to AI. What we're going to do is go through a few tips and advice on how to adopt AI within your business. We'll give you a first customer view, very exciting, of our new AI analytics capability. And also, as I said before, an opportunity to ask any questions. Let me first, though, introduce me. As I said, Matthew Crook. I am General Manager in the People Division. I've been with the business now around about 11 months, nearly my 12-month anniversary. Previously at Sage, a business called Walters Kluwer and BT. And I've run a number of software businesses, but always built software from a customer first perspective. Really, really important. So if you decide you might like the solutions at Access, you can certainly look forward to hearing a lot more from myself. A little bit about the Access Group. Often people don't really realise the scale of Access. We're up to nearly 7,000 people now, 100,000 plus and growing number of customers that use our solution. A couple of things just for information we're really proud of at Access, and the first one is our charity work, led from the top by our CEO Chris Bain. Loads and loads of effort and work going to our charitable causes. Also, we look at our employee engagement scores on a daily basis. Really important metric for us, and those engagement scores are great. Also important to us are our net promoter scores. As you can appreciate, we need our customers to be using and liking and promoting our software. So let me just introduce Access in a little bit more detail. We have a number of different divisions at Access. We've got to name a few. We've got legal, we've got ERP, we've got not-for-profit. And the great thing about the business and the number of divisions and the scale of our customers and the scale of our software is the interconnection. So for example, with one single product, you could take a single product from our area, HR, maybe payroll from the people area. You could add inventory management solution from the ERP area, or a finance system from the finance area, and all of those solutions communicate with each other. So that really does benefit. It's a huge benefit to be with Access from the scale side of things. Let me move on to the People Division. I'll get the slides are moving on. Yeah, there we are. So People Division is one of the largest divisions within Access. We have nearly 19,000 customers. They use our solutions that around about 200 plus developers innovate and maintain on a daily basis. Loads of solutions within. Name a few again. We've got learning solutions, time and attendance, recruitment, benefits, a load of stuff going on in our division. But at Access, I primarily own, and Heather and Fraser own the products People HR, which we're obviously talking about today. We also own our payroll product, PayCircle, which we've been really busy integrating into our HR solution. So like I said, today we're talking about AI in People HR. Just to give you a very high level overview of People HR, hopefully you know about it and have heard about it, but it's our HR suite designed for small and medium businesses. And the whole solution has been built to improve our HR admins' lives and their employees' lives, to make it really as simple as possible. So you can see on the screen there, we've got a really broad set of solutions covering all aspects of your employees' lives. So a really broad solution, and we'll come on to that in a little bit more detail later on. So let me open things up. We've been investing at Access a huge amount of time listening to our customers' views. We have been busy understanding how we can best meet those views through our products and through our services. And that leads me to say, last week we launched our AI solution, which is really exciting, and the team will shortly take us through this detail. But Access, we recognise the importance of AI and is massively investing in how we adopt that into our services to drive value back to our customers. So with that, I've introed what we're going to talk about. I'm going to hand you over to the actual experts within the business. And first up, Heather, you're on.
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Access's approach to AI and how we're building in new AI capabilities into our PeopleHR product, which is our product designed for SMBs. So just to start off with, I guess, if you've not yet adopted AI within your organisation, then definitely don't worry, you're not alone. We know that businesses are at different stages of maturity on this journey. Some are more advanced than others, but the vast majority are only just starting. There are very different levels of understanding around AI and lots of questions. So we're really hoping the session today can start to unpick some of that for you and give you a view of what to look out for when considering integrating AI into one of your solutions. So what exactly is it that makes AI so special? There are thousands of AI tools already in existence and lots more come to the market every single day. But behind them all are two what we're calling superpowers, I guess. So the first is the huge volume of data that AI is able to process, and importantly, the speed in which it can do that. So that means it can bring us better insights in less time. So the sheer speed is the first point. The second is its power to create. So it can generate brand new content, ideas, and points of view almost instantly and effortlessly for the user. And these abilities are really great separately, but together they can become really game-changing. It's a combination of these two things that makes AI a particularly powerful tool, especially in business. And one of the reasons that many businesses are looking to integrate it into their solutions. So in a HR landscape, there are a few key drivers that we're seeing behind AI adoption. The first and the number one benefit really is around efficiency. So helping HR teams do more with what they've got. So speed up processes and do more, with limited resources. We can also see huge benefits around employee experience. So accelerating the speed at which information and insight is readily available, as well as harnessing the power of intelligent automated content to raise accuracy and raise quality. So AI can literally put in the groundwork for you and free you up to focus on what's most important to your business. So what about Access and our approach to AI? Well, at Access, as Matt mentioned, we're significantly investing in AI for the long term. It's not a flash in the pan. We're working closely in close partnership with Microsoft OpenAI to develop a solution that's unique to Access. We're not doing it for AI's sake. We're purposely starting with smaller and tangible user cases that solve real problems, and there'll be much more to come. So this is very much the start of our AI journey, and we're aiming to design in a way that really meet the needs of the individual end user and in a way that's future-proofed for businesses. And really importantly, we're putting security at the heart of our strategy, and we have a three-tier security model that I'll take you through shortly. And this all comes to life via Access Evo, and Access Evo is our AI embedded software experience that will underpin all of our core Access products moving forwards. And importantly, AI Access is a reality. We've got customers who are already trying out these new features right now. And Fraser will talk to you about how you could join up to be an early adopter of some of this technology. So for anyone who was in Festival of Work in London last week, we were proud to launch Access Evo at the event. And PeopleHR is our SMB HR suite product, and it's one of the first Access products to harness our Evo technology. So we're rolling this out over the next few months, and it's really about signaling a new era for our HR software and marking a step change in our HCM suite. So it's that start of our AI journey and investment in our future-proofed portfolio. But what is Access Evo? Just to give you guys a bit more context. So Evo is our unifying software experience that's unique to Access, and it's across Access Group. So all the divisions that Matt showed you, we're looking to roll this out across our different software products. And the idea is that in a HR landscape, it brings together all of your HR suite in one place, but also any wider Access products that our customers might have as well into one singular interface with a single sign-on. So it's that holistic software experience for all of your products. The difference is now it's now powered by AI technology and embedded with really enhanced security to make sure our customers can start to leverage the benefits of AI, but in a secure and contained way. And the principle of its design is to use AI to empower everyone to achieve more in the moment. It's got 3 new features initially, and Fraser will talk you through some of them shortly. The first one's Copilot, which is your AI-powered HR assistant. It's got advanced people analytics and also feed. So Fraser will talk you through Copilot and people analytics in a few minutes. And then the beauty of Evo is that it helps both with the strategic and the tactical or day-to-day. So we know that HR is known to be a particularly admin heavy sector. HR leaders don't always have time to analyze huge amounts of data, deal with multiple routine or process queries, or go and ask analysts about best practice. So what we can do with Evo is bring everything together in one place and help you achieve more quickly in your day-to-day. So just on to security. So understandably, people have security worries when it comes to integrating AI into their business. And to answer this, we've developed a unique and robust three-tiered approach to data security that underpins our Access Evo software. So there's three key tiers. The first tier is company secure. And this is about ensuring that our data is kept in a private, secure environment. So your data is never used in other open AI systems. So it's in a walled garden, if you will. So it's never shared externally. So that's kind of the first tier. The second tier is around permissions, user permissions. So in the HR space, we're quite lucky to have really good levels of permissions and controls within our software. And Access Evo's security model mirrors that of your organization. So any insights and answers that it offers up will be based on the user's existing software permissions and controls. So users will only be able to see what you allow them to see. The final tier is around individual confidentiality, so being personally private. So everyone's use of AI will remain private to them, so no one will be able to see what they've asked or information they've received. So that search history will not be shared. So that's really obviously important in the HR space around confidentiality. So the idea is, we're making sure that we're bringing those secure principles into the design of our solution, so customers can move forward with confidence that their data is safe and their business is protected. So before I hand on to Fraser, just want to touch on PeopleHR Evo. So as I mentioned, it's rolling out from Festival of Work. And before I hand over, I'll leave you with two key benefits of PeopleHR Evo. The first is around AI. So by embedding AI into our HR suite, we're hoping to help customers drive much greater operational efficiencies, allowing them to accelerate time to answer and speed up routine HR processes throughout their business. Secondly, with new and powerful people analytics, we want to give our customers actionable insight at their fingertips, helping HR leaders better understand their business and drive workforce improvements. So Fraser's going to give you a demo of these two first Evo features now, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Hello, and thanks so much for attending the webinar today. I'm really excited to show you the first features that we have got coming within the AI space. So let me introduce you first of all to PeopleHR. We are going to focus on these key features. Naturally, if you're interested in a deeper demo, I'm sure the comms following this webinar will support you in getting that arranged. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the elements that demonstrate Access Evo features to you. We've spoken a lot, I think both Matt and Heather spoke around how we tie Access products together into an ecosystem, and that's all done via the button up here in the top left corner, the Access button. And you can see here that I have my HR suite available within the products menu, and any other products, as Matt alluded to, all the divisions that we have within Access, legal, ERP, so on and so forth. All of your Access solutions would be available in this menu. I'm going to jump into my employee management. I'm logged in as an admin, and so I'm now in the space where I manage my documents. So as an admin, within, or an admin and a manager within this space, you can see here that I have all documents available to me in a single location. So we have three different different tiers. We have company documents. This is the documents that would be uploaded to your HR solutions, such as policy documents, for example, employee handbooks, that kind of thing. I have my documents. These are documents that are specific to me as an employee within this organization. Could be my contract, for example. And then finally, I have team documents, and these are the individuals that I line manage, and all of the documents that are specific to them. We're going to focus on company documents today, as this is the most important part for demonstrating our first feature. And in the scenario that we're going to look at, I have within here uploaded all of Access's policy documents to this instance of PeopleHR. So on that note, let me introduce you to Copilot. So from the research that we did speaking to customers, people spend a lot of time looking for information, searching for information, and there's sunk time across the board, employees, managers, admins, looking for the right information that they need to manage teams or to handle specific situations. So our first implementation of Copilot takes all of the documents that we've uploaded there and makes them instantly searchable within our HR AI assistant. So I'm going to run you through a couple of examples, but first of all, let's just take a step back and look at Copilot as a whole. So we've developed the plugin that searches for information from your company documents, and this is also wrapped within a large language model. So it's not just giving you straight answers directly from your company documents. It is also including support and advice that is delivered by the large language model, which I will show you as I take you through these examples. So the first example that I want to look at is as an employee. So I have a quick need to get information that I don't know where to go to for. So I want to know whether I can get a gym membership, and so Copilot is going and it's searching the documents that are uploaded for the most relevant documentation chunk, and it is bringing that back to me within Copilot. So you can see here, I can get a discounted gym membership, and then what I can do is I can open up this document, and you can see here that I have the information that I need, as well as the ability to download and print that should I wish. Another example for employees would be perhaps if they had a question that they weren't quite ready to ask their manager or HR professional about. Perhaps they're interested in taking a sabbatical, or perhaps they were interested in understanding what the maternity or paternity policy was because they were planning for the future. Again, those answers can be quickly surfaced here with access to all of the information within the response, and also the link to more reading should that individual need to. So for employees, this really supports the quick service of information, but for HR admins and HR owners and frontline HR teams, this deflects queries that you might otherwise get via a HR inbox or ticketing system if you use that kind of thing, and ultimately means that you can work to ensure that the documents that service the questions that your employees are asking are uploaded to PeopleHR, making your first response to a HR query, have you checked Copilot? What I'm going to do now is clear this down so you can see here we have a conversation, and what I'm going to do now is start a new topic which clears that down, and you can access your whole topic history back here for 28 days. So if you've had a conversation here and you want to jump back and see the response, you're able to do so. So the next example I'm going to run through is how Copilot can support managers in delivering the line management duties that they have as part of their role. So despite the best will in the world, you know, our brains can only retain so much information, and when you become a line manager, it's very challenging to understand and be aware of how to deal with some of the more complex and challenging situations that you might face. The example that I'm going to run through here is a team member who unfortunately has experienced a loss in their family, and I want to know how much time off I should give them and how I should handle the situation. So you can see here the response comes back with a level of emotional intelligence, right? It's important to handle this with empathy and support. And it gives you a stepped approach which combines suggestions from the large language model as well as direct instructions from the company documentation as to how to handle the situation. You can see here on point 4, there's a suggestion to inform the team member about the employee assistance program. And what I'm going to do is jump in and interrogate that, right? So I think that this employee would likely benefit from speaking to our employee assistance program. Sorry if I just used an EAP acronym there. So it's a support line that is available for any Access employee, essentially. And so you can see here, on interrogating, I can find out more information about the employee assistance program. I get the contact details, how to access it, and exactly the types of information that it can support with. So that's good. So I know what I'm going to do. I have a stepped plan as to how to approach the situation. And so what I'm going to do now is ask Copilot to wrap the information up into an email that I can send to this employee. So I will then get a draft email which gives you some guidance on the information that you can include. It packages up all of the employee assistance information, and this gives you a draft email that you can copy and paste into your chosen email provider. Make the edits that you wish to give it your personal tone and touch, and get that out to the team member. So what we've run through here is a research, interrogation of that research, and then on to generation to enable this manager to act quickly. And looking at these 3 steps, obviously varying depending on if you know where the information is and whether you've dealt with this situation before. We reckon this would take upwards of 20 minutes to half an hour to find the information, draft the email, and bring everything together to get a response. Whereas with Copilot by your side, you're talking single digits of minutes in order to bring this together and respond to your team member. So Copilot is really exciting. As Heather alluded to, this is the first feature that we're dropping. We are currently working on multiple plugins here. The next one that I'm really excited about is going to support managers and individuals to find employee data. So that is information relating to an employee or information from employees' documents. Obviously, as Heather mentioned, the beauty of doing this within a HR solution is that it has a strong permission structure inherently built in. And so we essentially follow that with all of our AI tooling as well. So managers or individuals will only ever be able to see information for employees that they have line management duties for. So example would be, I want to understand as a manager how many unbooked holiday days I have within my team, and whereas previously you may need to pull a report, download a CSV, manipulate the data to get that answer, our goal is for Copilot to give that to you straight up. And then perhaps you could use the plugin that I've demonstrated today to understand what the company policy is on holiday untaken at the end of the year, perhaps how many is going to be rolled over, and that kind of thing. So Copilot will help you to reduce frontline HR queries, support the self-service of HR information by teams, and that will hopefully free you up as HR professionals and owners to focus on making real difference within your organizations in the HR space, which leads me to the second feature that I want to show you and introduce you to Access People Analytics. We've got two tiers of Access People Analytics that I'm going to show you. The first is a standard tier, which is very much informative, and then the second is our professional tier, which is very much explorative. Our standard tier consists of dashboards. So you can see here, it gives you the key HR information that you need to understand your organization. So we have headcount and how it's changing, turnover trends and comparisons. And you can see here, we've got a really nice view where we're breaking down headcount, starts and turnovers by the different departments within your organization. This has got a very low barrier to entry. We've done all the work for you. So when you start using PeopleHR, if you choose to start using PeopleHR, this requires no configuration from your end. All you need to do is start getting your data into PeopleHR. So within this view, I'm going to jump into this insight here. We can head in and you are able then to get a more detailed view. You can very simply and easily change the dates or time periods that you want to have a look at. And you're also able to filter the information. So let's say, for example, we just wanted to get a good understanding of women in the organization. On the right-hand side, you can see you get some key information on what you're looking at and how to interpret the report. And really excitingly as well, our tool gives you key insights, the key points that you would want to understand and communicate to other stakeholders in your business. And this is all part of our standard version. So let's now take a look at our professional tier. So professional tier comes in a view of guidebooks, and you can see here that we have got, again, just for simplicity, we're going to look at core HR metrics, and you can see here we have a guidebook which gives you a series of reports on your organization, and also supports you in communicating and understanding how to interpret them. The key differences between standard and professional, as I said, this is exploratory. So within here, right, we can add different attributes. So let's say I wanted to break down the headcount by age range. You can do so, and as with standard, you can also change the date ranges and add filters and so on and so forth. So you can see how quickly it is and how easy it is to manipulate this data to get great answers on the people in your organization. The other feature that I really love with this is if you're going to a board level meeting or communicating the state of play in the organization to senior stakeholders, you've got your presentation view ready to go. So gone are the days of preparing. You'd be able to set up a guidebook that you could then play back with a consistent view on the people within your organization. As I say, again, this is all still super low touch in terms of setup. So we provide the framework and the insights that we know that will benefit you from a HR perspective, and we deliver those immediately to you with the implementation of Access People Analytics. Cool, Sandra, let's jump back to the slides, if we may. Thank you. So I just wanted to give you 3 key takeaways on each of the items that I've shown you. So from an AI perspective, first of all, security. So Heather took you through that 3-step security process. So your data never leaves your secure instance of OpenAI. We use the permissions that exist within PeopleHR so that the permission structures are exactly the same as you have within the HR solution today. And then finally, it's individually private. So as an employee asking a question that is completely secure to them. We're going to unlock new efficiencies that you've never had with the ability to quickly find information, and then, as I demoed, the ability to act like never before. And ultimately that only works where we have point 1, the security element, because you should not be, and I hope you're not taking company data outside into a generic version of ChatGPT or other. And then finally, grow. So again, we are on the start of our journey here, and as Heather's spoken to and Matt's spoken to, we're going to be bringing more and more features over time. And the most important thing that we've discovered from speaking to our existing customers is that they don't want us to drop an AI bomb on their company, and that's why we're kind of taking this stepped approach to make sure that we get it right with each of the features that we drop. From a analytics perspective, as I've mentioned, we'll have standard and premium people analytics, which are informative and explorative. It will give you the ability to quickly diagnose workforce challenges, and with the time saved by deflecting frontline HR queries, support you to take those more proactive strategic decisions and drive impact. And to reiterate the point I've already made a couple of times, again, point 3 there, this is out of the box actionable insights, accessible for everybody to pick up and use. So we are launching our early adopters program. So should you choose to become a customer of PeopleHR, we would be able to give these features to you free of charge for the duration of your current contract or your new contract, which is really exciting. And it would also give you the opportunity to shape the future of AI within PeopleHR by giving your feedback. You can see the QR code on the right hand side of the screen there. If you scan that, it will take you to a form to register your interest. We're running this between June and August, so for the next couple of months, with a view that we will go live with general availability of our full Evo offer from October. So we'll be giving the Evo capability to all our customers from that point. If you choose to join and you're interested in becoming part of the early adopters program, I just wanted to run through the stepped approach on how we're going to do it. So register your interest within that form. We'll share with you a program guide as well as some more information about the features that we have available. And we also have Evo champions on hand to ensure that you would have everything that you need. You would select a go live date, and step 4 would be us setting that up, so making that live within your PeopleHR site. And then finally, and I think most importantly, what we've done is we've designed a program of communication to support adoption. So we know that you are super busy, and we know that we can help with the adoption of these new solutions with the employees in your org. So be that supporting them to know where to find first line HR answers, or be that for managers in understanding that they can query HR policies and best practice within Copilot. We'll guide them through that within the solution. And finally, I just wanted to call out, that with the democratization of large language models and generative AI, it offers a whole host of capabilities or opportunity, shall I say, for us to really transform HR operational effectiveness within your organization. And this is some of the areas that we're looking at as we move forwards, and being on the early adopters program would give you an opportunity to feedback and shape where we go to ensure that the real problems that you have, we can support in solving. And that leads us to any questions that we might have. I'm going to have a quick sip of water, Matt and Heather. I don't know whether you want to take the first couple that we've got in the chat there.
Well deserved, Fraser. Yeah, great set of information. So thanks, Heather. Thanks, Fraser. It might be straight on to you though with the first questions. We've probably got time for 2 or 3 questions given the time available. The one that comes out quite a lot is I'm worried AI will reveal confidential information to employees. Not quite a popular question. So how do we protect that?
Yeah, totally. So as we've called out, the permission structure that we have inherently baked into to PeopleHR is what we use when determining whether an individual would have access to a specific document. So when you upload a document, depending on its type, you have either for company documents, you determine what department, job role, or location has access to that doc. So if you're running multiple locations, multiple geographies, and you have different documentation based on each of those geographies, you can determine who has access to the documents that way. And most importantly, for individuals, obviously for a contract, for example, only the individual, the manager signing it, and the administrator would have access to that document. And so again, those permission structures run through into the documents plugin that I showed you. Same with the employee data plugin, what's coming next that I mentioned. So if you do not have an employee within your hierarchy, you cannot access their information. Similarly, if your peers, you will not be able to access their information.
Great, thanks, Fraser. Let's have a look through. And another question: is it possible to get a partial feature? For example, just the company policies through Copilot without the HR metrics and analytics.
I can take this one, Matt. And an interesting question, actually. So I think what we want to do is give, all of our customers access to the benefits of AI and analytics within their core packages. So we're looking at including Copilot as a core feature for all of our PeopleHR plans. Analytics wise, what we're thinking of doing is going to be two different capabilities that Fraser ran through. So there'll be more of a light standard analytics package, which gives you that kind of core functionality of metrics, and a more premium package. So it's very likely what we'll do is give the light package to everybody, and then customers have the option of whether they want to upgrade to the premium package or not.
Yeah, thanks, Heather. And this is about giving value back to our customers. So yeah, absolutely. We might have time for one more question. Fraser, probably back to you. So how safe is this for companies' information as we deal with employees' data, and absolutely HR data is the most sensitive data. So how safe is this? Yeah, so
again, back to the three tiered model. So we've partnered with Microsoft, and we understood from the beginning of working on our Evo capabilities how important it is that the data is secure within your organization, and that's why every customer, every customer of Access will have their own secure instance of OpenAI, and then secondly, the permissions structure that we put around that I mentioned a second ago. So yeah, understandably, security is a big one, particularly with the landscape sort of externally, and there's some stories out there, but we've taken steps from day one to ensure that our AI tooling is safe and is secure.
Absolutely. Thanks, Heather. So I think we're approaching time, so I will wrap things up. So it leaves me to say thank you for your time and questions today. We do have a couple of questions, so we will respond to those questions in due course. We do also, just for information, have loads of routes to find out more information. So we've got one-on-one demos available. We've got more Ask Our Experts sessions. So please get in touch with us for any more information. I would say our customers tell us how easy it is to switch and migrate from other solutions, the training, adoption, data, etc. So we're here to answer any of those questions or concerns you may have. And that just leads me to say thank you very much to everybody. Thanks to the presenters. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Cheers. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you.